Hey everybody, as you move into preparing for the midterm, there's one topic that will be on the midterm that I did not cover in any of the previous lectures, so I wanted to be sure I gave you that information so you knew how to respond to those questions. So after the midterm, we're going to be moving into a unit on databases, which we've kind of started with the activity that you had in week 7 around starting to lay out some of those attributes. But one thing that I hadn't covered yet that'll be pivotal as we move in to the content after spring break is the idea of when we start to build databases, we talk about what's called a unique identifier. So every table in a database has to have a unique identifier. In other words, something that can't be duplicated easily, hopefully not at all. And we call that a primary key. So, for example, the example I covered in lecture where I was talking about creating a database and what all the elements are that are necessary for you as a student to provide Rockhurst when you fill out an application to apply to school here. So, if you think about it, put it in the context of that example, as a student, what is the one unique piece of information you have that nobody else has? And oftentimes you might think social security number, last name. No. Social security numbers, number one, they do get reused over time. So about 10 to 15 years after you die, your social security number is reissued. So it's not unique, okay? Also, it is possible for you to be at Rockhurst taking classes and not have a social security number, okay, in cases of international. So an international online student would not have a social security number because that's strictly based to the US, okay? So that makes sense, hopefully. So if we think about the student example, we can't use social security number, we can't use last name, so that's why you're assigned a student ID, okay? And that student ID is considered the unique identifier for you. So if you only give me one piece of information, and I need to be able to be 100% certain it's you, the only one piece of information would be a student ID, okay? So again, that's called a primary key, and we're gonna work more with that after the break. So best of luck on the midterm exam.